chick sexer, crime scene cleaner, or gum chewer. Make yourself comfortable. Here are some unknown jobs you could do that would pay off big time. You're getting married in a few days, but the problem is that half your family is on vacation around the world. You will have almost no one to invite to your wedding. This is not a good idea, especially since your future wife's family is very large. We have the solution so that you don't look like the loneliest person in the world. Do you want it? Well, I warn you, it is a little hard to accept at first, but I am sure you will get used to it. In Korea, there are agencies that offer fake friends for rent to the bride and groom who attend the celebrations and share family moments with strangers. You will just have to take some money out of your pocket between 14 to 22 euros each time, have 3 or 4 South Koreans brought back by plane, and that's it. Of course, you will have a hard time making your in-laws believe that the Asians with the dodgy smiles sitting in the middle of the row of guests are your distant cousins, but I'm sure you'll find a good excuse. Now you're ready to marry the woman of your life without the shame of your life. You've just graduated from college, and while you're waiting to find your dream job, you're looking for a job to live on. Here's a job you'll love. Well, you'll love the pay. This company offers you a salary of $2 million per year to sniff people's armpits and feet. This is to detect if the smell is normal or if the person in question suffers from any problem. And for that, you need to have a nose and a lot of patience. Sure, it will be hard every day to have to sniff strangers' private parts, but when you get your salary at the end of the month, believe me, you won't remember it. Besides, don't they say that money has no smell? I can already see you giving up your brilliant career in finance. You are looking for a job in the oil industry, and you come across an ad on the internet looking for an employee for an oil rig. You find it interesting and you want to apply, especially since the salary is very attractive. You read the required qualifications and realize that this is not the job behind the desk that you imagined. You have to put on your diving suit and roll up your sleeves. Your job is tough and especially dirty. You have to repair damaged parts of drilling machines on oil rigs. You will be isolated, have constant contact with toxic products, and will have to work more than 12 hours a day. The atmosphere in which you will be working is not very jovial. You will have to get used to the noise on the wells and will only communicate with others in sign language. It will certainly take you a long time to adapt to such a difficult job, which very few people are willing to do. And this for the nice sum of 6,500 euros per month, with room and board. So now it's up to you. Where do you want to spend the next 30 years of your life? Behind a computer or at the bottom of the ocean? You are passionate about the food industry and have always dreamed of working in this field. Cattle feed plant manager, farm owner, you have big ambitions. If not, you have another possibility, a little less prestigious and elegant, but well paid. For this, you must have a sharp eye, flair, you must be meticulous, and have a highly developed intuition. And all you have to do is spend your whole day inspecting chicks. Isn't that sweet? You will be paid 55,000 euros per year. Your task as a chick sexer, not a glorious name I admit, will consist in separating the male chicks from the females to keep the future hens and send the roosters to the slaughterhouse. Well, you'll have to get used to the smell of these birds. But nobody refuses a salary of 55,000 euros for such an easy task. You have finally found the goose that lays the golden eggs. You are a great gourmet and have always dreamed of working in the world of confectionery. Having a small confectionery to manage, becoming a master chocolatier, but there is an unusual job that you certainly never thought of. Becoming a gumologist. Yes, it's a real job. Your task will be to chew chewing gums all day long, to taste them, to chew the prototypes, to evaluate the flavors, to note the textures, and to make bubbles because a chewing gum that does not make bubbles is not very funny. You will certainly hate the candies and gums that marked your childhood, and your jaw will decompose after the first week. But when you think about the fact that you will be paid as well as a surgeon, that is to say, 8,000 euros per month, you have quickly made your choice. You're tempted, admit it. Your whole childhood was rocked by police series, criminal cases, Columbo, Derek, Law & Order, Criminal Intent. You love it. You have always dreamed of being a police inspector, an investigator, or a forensic scientist. Why not aspire to more? Don't get too excited. Even dreams have limits, especially when your academic background is not at all aligned with that field. However, I can always offer you a very nice job where you can bathe in this gloomy and morbid world. Would you like to become a criminal case cleaner? The only qualifications you'll need are to be able to handle a broom and to wipe a bloody and stinking place without feeling nauseous. In short, you need to have a strong stomach and a lot of coolness. Believe it or not everyone can do it. All kidding aside, you'll still get paid pretty well. A crime scene cleaner's salary can be as high as 1,600 euros gross per month. Honestly, if you're going to mop the floor, who wouldn't? Just pretend you haven't seen a dead body. The only problem is that I can't guarantee you a great stability in this job. You just have to hope that a man decides to finish with his wife or that a woman wants to take revenge on her enemy. And yes, one man's misfortune makes another man happy. So, shall we go out and buy the sponges? You are at the cinema with your girlfriend, you sit comfortably, and you are about to have a good time in front of a good movie. But then the light is turned off and suddenly you notice a big stain on the right side of the screen, which makes this part blurred. You're a fastidious person and you're exasperated. Decidedly, the screen must never have been cleaned. That's when you wonder just who is doing it. I'll tell you, hold on to your hats because when you find out what a movie screen cleaner earns, you'll want to trade places with him right away. Of course, you can imagine that a movie screen won't clean itself. There is someone who is solely responsible for that. Yes, some people are really lucky. But make no mistake, this is a very technical job. A screen cleaner can earn a salary of 4,000 euros per month without having any particular training. You just need to be in good physical condition and not be afraid of heights. I can see you turning green with envy, but don't be so envious because the cleaner has to make sacrifices, like accepting night shifts and not being afraid of heights when perched on a 1,000-meter squared screen. And since I know you're a heavy sleeper, I bet you don't care that much anymore. I'll leave you to it. The movie has already started. You love golf, but it's a sport for the rich, and since you're not that rich, all you can do is watch it on TV. Or you can always interfere on the courses while putting your hand on the ball and getting paid on top of that. Dream on, right? Here's what to do. All you have to do is apply to an ad where ball boys are recruited. Far be it from me to make fun of you. This is a job that is very well paid because few people accept to do it. This job is very useful for the planet and for the sons of rich people who do not want to bend down to pick up their balls. In reality, you not only have to bend down but also dive into the water of the golf courses to retrieve them. You will be paid up to 90,000 euros per year. No zero has been added by mistake. Because if it is paid so well, it is because this job is very dangerous. In the murky waters, there are chemicals, poisonous snakes, and other aquatic animals that are not very friendly. So, do you take the plunge? Ever since you were little, you've been fascinated by the beauty of models, their grace, their spindly figures. You've always secretly dreamed of becoming a model, but you love chocolate too much for that. I'll tell you a secret. Even if you have a few extra pounds and your belly tends to stick out from time to time, you can become a model and still eat chocolate. There are companies all over the world that recruit live models for their store windows. No need for a diet, nor a sculpted body. You just need to have a homogeneous silhouette and a nice little face. And I must admit that you are not bad. Remuneration varies from one company to another, but in general, it's pretty good pay for what you have to do. You don't have to do anything but put on jeans and a dress and stand still, unperturbed and stoic in front of kids who come to make faces at you. Oh yes, and suffer the death of it all when you want to scratch yourself and you can't because your boss has his eye on you. I can feel that you can't wait to get started. It's not so hard to make your childhood dreams come true. You are an independent, brilliant, ambitious person, but your only big flaw is that you are laziness itself. You dream of doing a job that doesn't require much effort and that you are paid well enough. Gluing stamps on envelopes, doing computer data entry. Come here, I have something better for you. What if I told you that there is a job where you are paid to do nothing, to stay slumped on a sofa, and if you fall asleep on it, you may be given a bonus. And it's a necessary job too. You will have to use your talent as a great connoisseur of the subject to evaluate the quality of the furniture, its comfort, its rigidity, its flexibility, and its longevity. To do this, you will have to lie or sit for long hours on beds, sofas, couches, and armchairs. Then you will have to complete analyses, compare products, and make suggestions. As for your salary, you can earn up to 26,000 euros per year just by sleeping. You might get bored sitting around doing nothing, but as they say, there is no such thing as a boring job. I'm sure you can't wait to start your first day at work. It's summer, you're on vacation, but you need to find a job to pay for your little week's vacation in Italy. You've been dreaming about it for so long. Here is what should make you happy, well, just a little. There is a little-known job that few accept to do, that of posing in Adam's outfit as a model and stay still all day. It's easy. To do this, you simply need to have a harmonious and sexy body and accept that we draw on paper your pretty little plump buttocks. And as it is summer, it is hot. That should not pose a problem to you. You will be paid for this about 1,700 euros per month. On the other hand, posing naked in front of strangers who observe all day long the smallest imperfections of your body is not easy. That way, when you sip your cocktail on the shores of Capri, you'll be able to say that this trip cost you a lot of money. So which of these jobs would you be tempted to do? Tell us what you think in the comments, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all the notifications and not miss any of our upcoming content.